Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I'm Shresi Pal. I'm an associate professor at BMS School of Architecture, Yelahanka, Bengaluru. BMSSA is a NAC accredited and NIRF ranked independent school of architecture under the aegis of the prestigious BMS Educational Trust. At BMSSA, we are committed to fostering a culture of critical inquiry, ethical scholarship, and interdisciplinary engagement while actively supporting early career researchers and postgraduate scholars in navigating contemporary research challenges. As a part of this ongoing commitment, we organize BMSSA Research Dialogues. It's a curated series of online research-oriented sessions designed to engage faculty members, PhD scholars, and postgraduate students of architecture and allied disciplines. The series aims to strengthen research capacity while responding to emerging methodological, ethical, and institutional questions shaping academic practice today. Today, we are pleased to host the 16th session in this series, a webinar on safe thresholds of AI use in research, teaching, and publications. At a moment where artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming academic workflows, this session seeks to critically examine where assistance ends and academic responsibility begins, particularly in relation to integrity, authorship, pedagogy, and publication ethics. This session will be delivered by Dr. Vibhash Kumar, Senior Associate Professor in the Faculty of Management at South Asian University, New Delhi, an international university established by the SAARC nations. Dr. Kumar's work engages extensively with the themes of academic integrity, organizational ethics, work culture, and institutional responsibility, making his insights particularly relevant for navigating AI-mediated academic environments. I now invite our esteemed director, Dr. Shaila Mantanur, to formally welcome our speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreyasi. Warm welcome to Dr. Vibhash Kumar. Virtually, I should say, to BMS School of Architecture. In fact, wanted to invite you in person to our school, a beautiful green campus in Yelahanka, Bangalore. So please let us know whenever you will be around in Bangalore. We'll be very happy to have one session, which offline will be really good. In fact, just as Shreyasi also mentioned, these kind of a series are really helping a lot of researchers, especially now. The presently you can see like a lot of people are actually enrolled themselves as a part-time research scholar. So they do get a lot of these challenges, especially in terms of the very important part of the research, which is literature review. So I remember we did it. Even though it was a full time, but the kind of a literature review, the pattern, the tools and everything was very conventional way, like using same Excel, and then like reading a lot of papers, downloading a paper, making separate folder, reading abstract, then writing it by our own, and those were the kind of a very tedious method. But a lot of now, even the research dialogue series, which a couple of them were focusing on how AIs can be used, lot of especially for the literature review and all that. So I think this is also, I'm sure this is again a very interesting session. And in fact, a lot of research scholar, when I meet, they are appreciating our this kind of initiative, and it is really helping them. And again, after this also we upload it on our YouTube, and many people are referring. So that is one of the great thing for this kind of a research dialogue series. And every time even we also learn a lot, because I could see a huge difference after 10 years of my research, but now I can say every time it is a very new thing. So it's not only the students, but also I think when we are guiding, and I think we also need to update a lot of latest tools. So with this, I think I'm also eager to listen to you, Dr. Vibhash, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy this. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shaila, and thank you, Shashi. Thank you, BMSSA, for having me here. So, great. I mean, we are going to talk about, I think we are going to interact more on this platform about AI and its safe usage, right? So, great that you're doing all this. This is important because one, that people hesitate, in talking about should we use AI, what extent, what should be the declaration, what should be the integrity part, and all other things. And that hesitation, somehow is not good for us because it's an evolving field. of study also, if I can say. And it is also pervasive in the sense that it is there for all of us to, take a lot of benefits from. Also to understand what is safe and what is not safe or unsafe for usage. So without any, further, delay, I'll just share my screen. I'll start and
Can I
you
do a
let me
quick
know,
intro, if you
yeah.
don't mind?
All right, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Right, right. Um, to quickly introduce our speaker, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce Dr. Vibhash Kumar, Senior Associate Professor in the Faculty of Management at South Asian University, New Delhi. Dr. Kumar holds a PhD in Organizational Behavior and Human Resource Management from the University of Delhi. His academic and research work focuses on academic integrity, organizational ethics, employee well-being, work culture, and institutional responsibility, with particular attention to contemporary challenges in higher education. Prior to joining South Asian University, he held key academic and leadership roles in Jindal Global Business School, including Associate Dean for Accreditation, Institution of Eminence and Impact, Assistant Director of the Teaching Learning Center under Ministry of Education. He has delivered more than 30 management development programs for leading public sector and government organizations, including Border Security Force, Food Corporation of India, Director General of Quality Assurance, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Power Grid Corporation of India, among others. In parallel, he has conducted national level faculty development programs for over 100 cohorts of university faculty across central, state, and private universities in India, contributing significantly to pedagogical innovation and academic quality enhancement. Dr. Kumar has also completed executive education at the Wharton School, University of Pennsylvania, and is an active researcher with publications in Emerald, Springer, and Sage. He regularly presents in international academic forums such as ANZAIM and serves as an editorial board member and reviewer for reputed journals. We are delighted to welcome you, sir, for BMCC Research Dialogue, session 16. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this introduction as well. So I'll share my screen quickly and
Yes.
we start. Right. I hope this is completely visible, right?
Yes, it is.
Great. All right. So this is the agenda for today. I mean, quickly, I'll be talking about main ethical concerns, acceptable and problematic uses in the classroom and research, uh, using safeguards to protect data, intellectual property, and academic honesty, how you should be careful around that. And also, if we have students, then guiding students on responsible AI usage. All right. So, quick set of questions for all of you here. Let's take it one by one. All right. So, and I'm not going to answer you this as of now, but as we progress on with the session, we'll have a lot of things that we'll discuss and say that if it's all right. So let's start with the first one. I mean, using AI to improve grammar and sentence clarity in a research paper without changing the argument, is it safe or not? I mean, you can just write it on the chat box. It's your call, right? You you need to participate here, right? So please do write. I mean, for the first option, do you think that is it safe? Can we do that? All right, let's move on. And you can please just write down your pointers.
Yeah. I think for the first one, people have responded yes and safe. Yeah.
It's safe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, asking AI to suggest possible research hypotheses based on literature review. Yes. Tricky, right? Okay. Let's move forth. Use AI to write computer code for data analysis while the researcher decides that an argument, the analysis logic and interprets results. So asking AI to write computer code for data analysis. So those who are from this discipline would, appreciate it. Otherwise, you can just skip. Students using AI to improve the language and structure of their assignments before submission. Is it safe? What do you think?
People have mostly responded yes, and I think for the second question there is a little doubt, but otherwise people have written
All
safe.
right,
Yeah,
everyone is going for a safe thing. Okay, fine. It's not more a binary thing, right? It's like moving from just a yes no to more, layers of understanding how and why of it. So we'll talk about it in detail. Students using AI as a tutor to understand difficult concepts already taught in the classroom. I mean, the jury is out for this. People can talk about the critical thinking going down a bit for students. They are getting accustomed to using AI, so on and so forth. Okay,
mostly it's yes. Yeah,
mostly
in the
yes. All
chat
right,
box.
all right.
Yes.
Is there a a no as well? I mean, unsafe as well for this. I mean, what do you think?
For this, so far, no. Yeah.
So far, no. All right.
Only unsafe was for I think the second question,
Second
the
one.
research
All right.
hypothesis. No, here
Okay,
there is
using AI.
Vidya is one
Okay.
no we have got.
Oh, no. Okay. Using AI to write parts of the literature review for a journal article. What do you think?
No, no's have
So
started.
unsafe? Is it unsafe or is it safe?
Yeah, unsafe.
Safe. Okay. Using AI to format references and check compliance with the journal style guidelines.
Maybe we have got.
Maybe. Great. All right. So using AI to draft a response to reviewers, which the author then edits and submits. So we get an R&R, and then we have to respond to the reviewers' comments one by one. We don't use it in the manuscript, the AI, but is it okay and safe to use it here in response to the reviewers' comments? Safe or
Yeah,
unsafe?
I think it's so. The previous question reference, they're saying maybe, maybe not. That we have a mix of response,
Okay.
and the last one saying maybe refining some sentences might be okay, and someone not so convinced. Maybe you should not do it. I think. Yeah. So it's mixed. The last couple are mixed, and the second question is mixed. The
I'll tell
rest
you,
seem to
I
be
have a
yes.
list of questions and I'll go through all of them, as we
Mm.
move on. And at the end of it, I'll come back again with these set of questions and more. All right, great. Thank you for participating. And it's wonderful. And we all realize and acknowledge that at this point, AI and the usage of AI is just like, having different layers. Uh, Committee on Publication Ethics is not very clear on it, not very, very clear on it. I mean, nobody can give you a white paper or a policy document which says that do this and don't do this. So you don't have it. Your universities are banking on you to have something on that sort, but falling short of creating a policy around it. So we really do not know. Okay. So what's the point? How should we go about it? Let's see. All right, so let's quickly talk about the ethical issues. All right, in teaching, okay, because we are going to talk about teaching and then research and publication. So, risk of academic dishonesty. So, overuse of AI for assignments and misuse of prompts. This could be one of the ethical issues. I mean, it says that overuse of AI. What does overuse mean? I mean, could be the entire set of I have now talked to multiple faculty members, done research on this. I've understood the faculty members are now very skeptical for giving a take home assignment. I mean, if you have to do it in the classroom. That's what the major responses come from the academics. So yes, this could be leading to academic dishonesty, but does it stop there? So even let's talk about fairness aspect of it. Students with better access to AI tools get an advantage. Now, what's that? Um, might not be very clear at this point as of now, but as we will progress, we have to understand that the AI tools that we have at present moment is just the upper layer of what it could offer to us. The proprietary software that the organizations or the companies have today, they have great accessibility and they are very much there. GPT 5.2 as of now, which is the ChatGPT version that is being offered to us, still makes a lot of mistakes. If you're intelligent enough, you can, talk through and you will realize that there are a lot of issues around here. But the question here is the fairness aspect. So as you all might be knowing, it's free now. I mean, a version is free, ChatGPT, and maybe Perplexity is also for the Airtel users. And I can also understand that some of the other AI tools are free. But then we are also talking about versions which are chargeable, and they are much better than the free versions. So it also creates a, a disbalance, you can say, or disequilibrium kind of a thing for students. Somebody who's having better access can use better codes, can use better prompts to get, a holistic understanding around it. So there could be questions around it. Loss of skill development, and that's a question that we are all asking today. Students, if they're relying much on AI for writing analysis, thinking what they are doing themselves, I mean, that is questionable per se. And are we doing good enough for them? And the jury is out. I'll tell you, there'll be half. I mean, if I'm not talking about the statistics, but I think majority will say that it's not loss of skill development. It's just that we are trying to do it in a different way, taking AI just as a tool, similar to what calculators or say MS Excel has to offer to us, had to offer. I mean, we also were skeptical early on, but as we progressed, we understood that, this could be used as a tool to further our understanding of things. Um, Questionable, but we can still debate on that. And then classroom inequality, different levels of digital literacy. So some of the students are good with, ICT tools, some are not, some have issues around, getting hold of it, and so on and so forth. So maybe some examples, if I have to quote some students using AI tools to solve entire problem sets in business analytics course. So when you give a question or a problem to a student, might be that is entirely put on an AI tool, and the the solution is there for you, and you will see that most of the routine tasks which you can provide will have a straightforward answer, and any of the AI tool will not, err there. There will not be mistakes there. So then what's the role of the students out there is, again, we have to understand that. Misuse of AI writing tools in thesis chapters without disclosure. I'm focusing more on the without disclosure part because at this present moment, there is nothing that you can do to stop the students from AI writing tools, the using of AI writing tools. And is it also advisable? Do you want to stop them from doing that? I mean, again, I'll ask you through a poll. All right, let's move forward. Ethical issues in research. Now, this is very interesting. Okay, it gets interesting as we move forward. Data privacy, feeding confidential data sets into open tools. Can you do that? Should you do that? And how much of that is safe? Okay, so as per our understanding, if you ask things to AI tools, it'll answer you this way, that if it is something which is sensitive, if it is something which is proprietary, don't share it with me. All right. But if you're using it for understanding a pattern in a data set, please, you're free to do it. Do we save such information? If you ask this question, any AI tool will say, yes, we do save information until unless you say otherwise. So you will see any of the AI tool, they have the option wherein you can say that, okay, do not save this information. So that way you can be safe. I don't know how safe, but yes, a bit. Confidential data sets, again, people, give me a moment, right? Okay, so people do provide their information. If you ask the AI tool that, I think most of us, if we are not very much trained, we provide all sort of information that we can to the tools. I mean, our account numbers, and I'm just digressing a bit, but what is not allowed is what I'm talking about. So please be very careful when you're sharing your information, because at the end of the day, there's somebody at the back channel who can, I mean, they can be a human level interference also. They say that it's a machine learning thing, it learns on its own, but let's be careful around what we are sharing. Can we also share confidential data set that we have generated, say, through data collection? Can we do that? That's the question. But believe me, I mean, as of now, you should not, because it definitely feeds into the system and somebody can misuse that. Plagiarism, artificial intelligence generated text copied without checking originality. All right. So this could be an issue. If you ask AI tools to generate it for you, okay, some of the sections of literature review, remember I asked you this question. Uh, if that is generated, it will definitely show that it's original, because you test it on Turnitin, and you will find that it's not plagiarized. Okay. Uh, is it written by the person concerned? No. Who has generated that information? AI tool. So generally, the in a nutshell, if I have to say that, okay, this thing, does that fall under plagiarism? So how do we define plagiarism? So we say that, uh, you know, taking things from other places, other published work, and passing it as our own work is plagiarism, right? So can we also categorize that under that section? But when you check for originality on any of the or any of the anti-plagiarism software, you'll find that it's not plagiarized. But then there is another issue, and which we say as AI text. So is that an issue? We'll talk about it. Next is ghost authorship. So unclear responsibility for content produced by artificial intelligence. So um, when ChatGPT came in, I mean, 2022, uh, I saw some of the papers, published, wherein they mentioned one um, AI tool as an author. Okay, that was there. I found it, and then now I don't find the content anymore. So now it's very clear. All the publishers are very clear on this, that you cannot have an AI tool as your author. Okay. Now, why this is not possible? Because once you are putting an AI tool as an author, the question which comes is, can that tool take responsibility for the work that has been produced? So clear answer is no. The responsibility of that lies only on the humans or the authors who are human beings. So that negates that aspect. All right. So you cannot use AI tools for authorship or any other thing. Bias in output, artificial intelligence tools may produce skewed summaries or citations. If it all depends on where it has been generated. I mean, what data has been fed to it. So you will see that I think tools which are coming from China will have a different skew. Tool that is coming from US will have a different understanding of things. So it all depends on what has been fed to it. So there is definitely a bias. You can ask questions which are neutral, but once you ask questions towards some specifics, you will see the difference there. All right. Okay, there's one more ethical issue in research these days, what people are doing, and that's something that I've also found, that AI tools are very good also to generate new data sets. Okay. So that can also be a clear-cut issue, ethical issue, generating data sets through AI tools. Something which is unheard of, but it's being done very easily. So, I mean, that could be something that we need to talk about. So any example here? So researcher uploading interview transcripts into, so it's very easy, if you're a qualitative researcher, what you do is, if you are manually coding and creating nodes for your interview transcripts, so that you can create some themes or thematic analysis you want to do, I mean, that work can be easily done by any AI tool. I mean, it's very easy for that. So the question is it ethical to do that? I mean, your work. Uh, there are several things here which I would want to talk about. One is that you should not do it because you will have to then entirely rely on the AI tool. And I don't see that it's very much possible at this time because, as I said, there can be multiple mistakes that you will detect later on. So, I was reviewing one of the papers in one of the best of the journals. So I do this quick check once that the citations which have been generated, one, are they real? Okay, can I go back and check if everything is real? So you will see that that is negated in the best of the journals because there is a reference check. So that's negative. Now, the second one is if that particular article was actually saying that was narrated in the text. So the citation and the things that have been talked about in the citation, do they match? So I was just quickly skimming through and I tried to find that understanding in that research paper which was cited, but I did not find anything that was even close to what the authors were talking about. So it clearly made sense that these are the things that people are doing in research, that they are completely relying on AI tools to write a part of the literature review, which is then not rechecked or reassessed, and that's the problem. All right. So might be that whatever we are learning as science is AI generated. That could be an issue going forth. AI auto-generated references that do not exist, as I was talking about, but auto-generated references can easily be detected by submissions, manuscript submissions. You will go and you can see that they check it. So that problem is largely taken care of by the journals and the editors. But these problems can definitely be there. Okay, let's quickly have this poll. What do you think? What is your current stance on AI in assessment, or you can say overall also in teaching research? What do you think about it? Should we ban it completely, allow with rules, or redesign assignments? I'll quickly share this with you on the chat box. Please do answer it. Please see if you can access it. Yes. Nobody's complaining, right? I mean, everybody's saying allow it with rules, redesign assessments, but don't ban it. It's great. Others, please also come. I think we have 34, 7 and 2, 8 and 2. Allow with rules. So we are going towards framing some rules. Let's see what could be the rules. Perfect. Let's take one more minute and fill this up fast. I think we are stuck somewhere 9 and 2, 12, 11, 12. Okay, great. I think this is also at least one third of the number of people we are here. So I'll take this 10 and 2. Okay, fine. Now all of you are saying allow with rules. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's quickly talk about it. Okay, let's see this dilemma that Professor Meera is facing. What are you going to suggest, Professor Meera, here? Okay, now we were talking about rules. Since most of you said let's go with the rules. All right, let's see the case. So Professor Meera receives Team A's report, client style report, and it says that it's good, it's polished, it's citation rich, it's 6% turn it in overlap, only 6% less than 10% as provided for most of the similarity checks. But an experimental AI writing indicator, that means turn it in, high likelihood of AI text, it says. So there is a high likelihood of AI text, but it's only 6% similar. Last term's department guide permits AI
You
for
want what?
brainstorming.
You can take from there.
Brainstorming and
Or you
grammar
can
with
change the water also if you want.
any question? I can take that.
No, no, I'm muting. I'm muting.
Okay, okay, great. So, so last term's department guide permits AI for brainstorming grammar with attribution, while a new institute circular discourages AI for substantive writing, which is again undefined. The team's disclosure says only light editing. So the team that provided that report says that we have just used AI for light editing. Okay, they provide one prompt screenshot. That means what prompt they provided on the AI tool. And it also shows Google Docs history with big jumps between drafts, which means, you can see the rules. I mean, these are the rules, and then the rules are also being flouted. So what rule number one is that is AI allowed and to what extent and for what purposes? So last year's department guide said that you can use it for brainstorming grammar with attribution. But now the circular is saying that you cannot use it for substantive writing. And again, that is undefined. What is substantive writing then in that case? The team is saying that we have only used it for light editing. Okay, light editing, which means copy editing maybe. And they also provide for a prompt. So that means the institution has asked them that please declare what you have done. Number one. Number two, show the prompts that you have used. And number three, the rule, as per the rule, the institution is also asking them that how did the drafts changed with the use of AI. So maybe attraction there or tracking of the doc history, giving them that understanding. So the rules are there in the place. Okay. A peer privately alleges, so peer, that means somebody who is from team B maybe, alleges they use ChatGPT to craft the executive summary. The entire executive summary has been crafted through ChatGPT. So with conflicting policies, unreliable AI detection, and thin disclosure and fairness concerns for peer who avoided AI, should Mira grade on the product delivered? So what should be done here? I mean, you see, these are the rules which was there in place, as I can understand. Um, Anybody can, unmute and please let us know what should be done here in this particular case. Are you not already facing this kind of an issue? Anybody? What is your take here? So
You can also write in the chat box, I think. Yeah.
they're writing in the chat box. Okay.
No,
Fine.
I'm saying if
Okay,
you
they can
want, you
write
can
in the
write.
chat box.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, you can do that. Absolutely, it's all right.
And I don't think penalizing is difficult, right? Because AI detection itself is problematic.
Okay,
It's not.
what I'll do is I'll quickly also show you one of the best of the journals
Mhm.
and what they talk about. So maybe Elsevier has the publishing house, Elsevier. I'll just show you what they say about AI for their research thing. Oh, quickly, let me. Journal of maybe business research, we can see. So what do they say about guide for authors? Ethics in publishing, declaration of generative AI usage. Great. Let's see this. Okay, so authors must declare that. Oh, I'm sorry, it just went past. Give me a moment. So I'll just read out. Authors must declare the use of generative AI. Fine, it is perfectly all right. Authors can definitely declare. Number two, Elsevier recognizes the potential of generative AI and AI-assisted technologies when used responsibly to help researchers work efficiently, gain critical insights fast, and achieve better outcomes. Increasingly, these tools, including AI agents and deep search tools, are helping researchers to synthesize complex literature, provide an overview of a field or research question, identify research gaps, generate ideas, and provide tailored support for tasks such as content organization, improving language and readability. All right. So they're saying, please do it. This is what I can make sense of. Okay. I mean, that's there. And let's quickly go to, say, Journal of Manpower. And this will see for Emerald what it says. Author guidelines. Okay, in accordance with Committee on Publication Ethics position statement on AI tools, large language models cannot be credited with authorship. I talked about it. So you cannot give any authorship to any of these tools. As they are incapable of conceptualizing research design without human direction, cannot be accountable for integrity, originality, and validity. The author must describe the content created or modified as appropriately cite the name and version of the AI tool, so on and so forth. You know what? Right now, we are in that stead where we do say, I mean, these journals also say that you can use it for, particular purposes with declarations. Say, for example, what Elsevier says for declaring. Say, it says this. This is the statement. I'll read it out for you. During the preparation of this work, the authors used this tool in order to give the reason. So maybe you can say that I used it for improving the readability, comprehensibility, presentation, and so on and so forth. And after using this tool, the author reviewed and edited the content as needed and take full responsibility for the content of the published article. And still you will see most of the articles that are being published do not declare that what they are using. Are they really using it or not? Why then? Why do you think, even if they're coming out and open and saying that please provide us what you're using, still authors don't do that? Why? So the question is out there, and we really need to think about it that wise. And you will see why. I'll just try and answer it. uh, we are skeptical, right? And we really do not understand how to take this forward, because the Turnitin also delivers us with a percentage. Less than 20%, it says that I'll not tell you what the percentage is. You have used it, but I'll not tell you the percentage. So if it's less than 20% AI usage through large language model, they say I'll not will not provide that percentage. But if it's more than that, will provide it. Okay. And when they provide it, and you will see a lot of discussions around that is happening today, that you know, the Turnitin feature of AI says that it's 100% AI generated when the entire thing has been written by me. So let us now fall back on what do these tools do in terms of how do they assess that similarity. So if you are a very good you know author, I mean good in the sense that you're able to comprehend, you're able to write things, your sentences are uh, crafted or curated in a way that the first sentence looks exactly, I mean, in terms of the way or the sentence construction is similar, the first sentence and the next sentence and the next sentence, and it moves on. If there is a lot of consistency in the text that you're writing, well, you have, a lot of chances that you will be flagged as an AI, so that is definitely there. So Turnitin writes this that there are a lot of chances of false positives uh, when we are declaring any percentage. So on the basis of anything that is provided by Turnitin, can we frame rules? So we can't, right? Because it says that it could be false positive. And then what we need to do is we have to just use it as the first stage detection, as in, okay, it could be AI generated, and then I'll do my own research. All right, I'll look into what I can do. And if it's a student paper, a student work, I'll ask the student to provide me a complete declaration that did you use it? I mean, and to what extent did you use it? I'm not saying that you cannot use it, and what extent you have used it and for what purposes. Next is give them a task that, okay, this is a prompt. You have to give me the prompts that you have used. In fact, you can have sessions on prompt engineering uh, in which actually students really do not know which prompts work, which prompts do not work for, because if you are putting the garbage in, the garbage out concept is also equally relevant here. So students should also know, I mean, what prompts to use in AI. So number two is, providing the prompts. The student needs to provide the prompts, what they ask to the AI tools sequence wise. And the third thing that you can ask them is to provide an audit trail, as in how did the drafts improve by using this AI tool. And the fourth one is, to have an understanding that the students are actually working on it, learning from it, assessing it, or having critical thinking around what they are doing. So maybe also including a viva voce or oral defense of what they have provided for. I mean, this could, help um, teachers, facilitators, instructors to uh, assess the students well at this time. So you cannot penalize students as such, but definitely you can be clear on that. Okay, I'm very clear. This is crystal clear. As a researcher, I have seen this, and it is my own experience today that even the editorial roles that I'm doing currently, I see if I assign reviewers, they are also using AI tools to review the articles. Okay, let's be very open here and tell you that this is happening. Reviewers are using AI tools, so we cannot just say that it's done by the author. So reviewers are also using AI tools to review the articles. Okay, so it's going to just go past, and then obviously, as you were also saying that there are a lot of tools like LSAT or others that you can use for your literature review. But believe me, once you start relying on AI for doing this kind of work for you, the the inherent charm of working on a research paper slowly diminishes. You no longer want to apply critical thoughts to what you're doing. So, and at the end of the day, what you are trying to achieve is that, okay, my Turnitin score of AI falls below 20%. So I think the time that we actually take to first take understanding from any AI tool and then putting it in our own work and then working it and to humanize it as far as possible. I mean, that is slowly changing the way we are, progressing on that. All right, so let's move forward and quickly see some other things. So why I'm doing this conversation now? Because generative AI reshapes both integrity risk and mentoring opportunities. It provides us with a lot of mentoring opportunities. So I'll not say don't use it. I'll not say don't ask your students not to use it. But then integrate your assignments, dissertation, thesis work, or anything with AI tools. So you need to also mentor the students. Students over here who you're listening, please understand that your understanding has to come from the reading, a lot of reading, that too, as professor was talking about, that we used to do it earlier. We used to read, and abstract reading was there, and then some of the papers we used to go for prisma approach and do that. I think this is the best way possible, but you can always constrict or limit your literature search through AI tools. All right, and this is what we call as integrity by design. So whatever I was talking about was integrity by design. That means design your tasks where you can tell your students that transparency is required and it's important, and misuse is not attractive at all. Uh, so you use your product and the process, both the things. So what's the final product? What's the final assignment? That should be assessed, but the process should be assessed as well. So you can have rubrics around the processes as well. So what prompts, how many drafts, how many logs, and then the viva voce. All right. So all these things could be, and definitely teaching responsibility, and there should not be blanket bans on AI. I mean, that's what, and the last part is using detector scores only as leads. So if you got a student that is 60% using AI tool, it could just be a lead. Maybe the student is writing very well. So you ask them to write something in front of you and see if they are able to actually write the way they have presented their work. All right. So you have to triangulate evidence, and for that, maybe you can take an oral defense of what they have provided or produced. So this helps as of now. I don't know what it's going to be in the future and how we'll be taking it up, but definitely it helps as of for now. All right, let me now quickly take you to, I have talked about these things, so yeah, let's see some more questions and see what is safe and what's not safe, as promised. So the first one, and I'll explain this time. Using artificial intelligence to improve grammar, sentence clarity in research paper without changing the meaning, it's safe. It's safe because what you're just doing is improving the grammar and sentence clarity. You will see earlier, majority of the papers were just rejected if you were submitting it to other, international publishers. Basis the grammar and how the sentence construction was done. So, as we all understand, we are not native English speakers, right? Um, so we'll not be that good. But can we use AI to improve grammar? And all the publishers today say that you can use it to improve grammar and sentence clarity. So that means if you're using it, your AI percentage, when you check it on Turnitin, will definitely come high because you're using it for improving your grammar and sentence clarity. So then it's important to declare that for what purpose have you used in your research paper any AI tool. How will that be flagged, or anything else that you have done will be established? It's a question which, as of now, nobody has an answer to. All right. Next is asking AI to suggest possible keywords and themes for literature review, followed by manual verification. Tell me what you need to do here. You can put it on the chat box. Shreshi, if you can help me with this, right? Uh, if anybody is putting here any
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
See, the questions are already numbered. You can just put the number in a like a yes, no, whatever your
Yeah,
response
yeah,
is
yeah,
in
yeah.
chat
Quickly
box. Yeah.
get, you can do it. So as you said, using AI to generate hypotheses for a study and directly including them in the paper, you said it's unsafe, right?
Yeah.
The
Three was
question,
unsafe. The
yeah,
two
yeah.
people are saying okay, you don't need AI for keywords. This should be your idea. But some people are saying it can be a good idea also. So it's a mixed response for two so far.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The question is how much is, safe? I mean, it's about being safe.
Mhm.
So is taking suggestions from possible keywords safe? That's the question. So if you're manually, see, please see, if you are manually verifying it, you can
Should
take
be safe.
suggestions. I mean, keywords and themes can be taken as suggestions. It's completely all right. Uh, let's go for the third one. So using AI to generate hypothesis for a study, clearly it shows that you are asking AI to do the work that you have to do. Absolutely, it's not allowed then in that case. Um, Using AI to help write programming code for data analysis while the researcher decides the logic and interprets results. So researcher is doing the main work, logic and interpretation of the results. Programming code, I mean, could be easily used. So if you're already using say Python or an R or M plus, I don't know what you're using, but if people are taking help of AI tools to do that. So it's completely safe to do that. Just that declaration is important here. So asking AI tools to interpret statistical results and explain what the findings mean. What do you do in such a
Mm.
case?
Mm.
Is it safe?
Question 5.
Question 5, yes.
So there's a response saying it's safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. With a grain of salt, I think.
All right.
So mostly
Okay, let
critical
me explain
thinking
this.
part has to be our own. The
Yes,
only
yes,
the
exactly. Exactly. So one that if you are a PhD researcher, you're a scholar, you're working on this, you got a result, you put it on a AI tool, you got the understanding that okay, this is not a significant result, and these are the reasons why. But tell me, what would you do when you are, actually defending it? I mean, that critical thought comes from you reading from statistics books and then interpreting it. Maybe even watching some videos which are there online that are authentic to interpret. So this part, it is just a shortcut and nothing more than that for you, but you will not get an overall understanding of what the findings really mean. All right, so it's important to understand what is significance level, what is the t value, how the t value is calculated, what should be the confidence interval, and so on and so forth. So instead of interpreting it, getting it interpreted through an AI tool, it's just a shortcut, but it doesn't really help. So it's unsafe and should not be done. That's what I understand here. Next one, using AI to create tables and figures after the researcher has completed the analysis, creating the tables and figures for you. So if you already have done the analysis and you're just curating the tables, that's perfectly fine. If you're asking it to create a new set of table from the analysis or do the analysis, then it's not absolutely allowed. Plus the figure part, I mean, if it is generated through AI tools, you need to also mention it. So there should be attribution around the figures. There should be attribution, as in from where did you get that created. So that is very, very important. Next is allowing AI to write the discussion section explaining theoretical contributions. I think, is this safe?
No. Think-
No,
Let's see. No. There's consensus finally. It is not safe.
there's a consensus. Yes. So yeah, so it's not your work, definitely. I mean, so nothing is that what you are thinking about your work. So it's clearly, I mean, unsafe and should not be done. Um, Please refrain from doing such things. I don't know if anybody will be able to ever catch you or persecute you on this, but it's more on ethical, aspect of things. I don't know what's going to be. I mean, as we understand uh, the future of research through AI, I don't know how it is going to be, but as of now, what I can tell you is that these are the things that are should not be done. I mean, not allowed is something we will not be able to explain, but should not be done. Using AI to scan a large body of literature and identify broad topic clusters, which are later read and validated by the researcher. What do you think?
We have yeses, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes is the answer. It's safe. It's
Mm.
safe because actually you are using a tool just as a tool. You will not be able to skim past large body of literature. You will be able to do it, but it will take you a lot of time. So if you're identifying broad topic clusters, in fact, if you're using, say, bibliometrics,
Mm.
statistical tools, or was viewer or anything, they do exactly this. They try and identify broad topic clusters through the keywords that have been used or the titles. So even the SkyVal, if you have a Scopus subscription, you will see that broad topic clusters are identified that way and done. And these are all AI tools that are doing for them also. So that's perfectly all right, and it can be done. And it also says that which are later read and validated by the researcher. So the responsibility of learning is there. Okay, let's go to the part two of AI in teaching and learning. I hope this is visible.
Yep,
I'll
the
just,
slide is.
yeah, yeah. So using AI to generate practice question for students before an exam.
I can continue to respond in the chat box. Yes, we have.
We have
Yes,
yes.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Safe. So safe, I think. Because okay, you're taking it as a tool. Earlier also you used to refer to books for practice questions. We used to do the exercise of assimilation, one that we created on our own and others that we took help from the book. So even if this is being done easily for us, so be it. So yeah, it's safe. Students using AI to improve grammar and clarity. So we are using it, so we cannot ask the students not to do that.
Not. So we have yeses for this also. Yep.
Yes. Students submitting AI generated answers and graded assignments without disclosure. So one, I'll tell you what happened this semester. I was taking quiz for my students. I do it in the classroom, but I use say Google Forms to do it. I used to do it very with a lot of confidence, but this time my confidence just shook. I don't know what happened. I mean, some of the students, even after a lot of proctoring, were able to use AI tools to what they generally do is they apply it. So for that you need a proper proctoring in which now we have that in G Suite, that option that no other browser can be opened or no
Open.
other link can be opened while the student is using this quiz. So those kind of things you will have to use because students are very smart. They'll be definitely using AI tools to for quizzes. It's very, very easy for them. So I had
Use
to
another system
completely
only. That's no problem.
yeah. So I had to completely remove that part for my
Mm.
assessment and then I had to do a different assignment altogether. So these things won't work these days. Uh, Also, so that answer is, as we understand, it's not safe. There should be disclosures, as in how much of AI. So, what we can do as instructors is that we can have some of our assignments which are AI aided, wherein we are expecting the students to use AI and with all the necessary prompts that they need to provide, all the necessary audit trails that they need to provide. Maybe a before and after kind of a thing also can be done, before using AI and after using AI, and what they understand, how do they reflect on it. I mean, you may be asking questions to them that, okay, do it in the classroom without using AI, and then go back home as a take home assignment and use AI as much as possible with all the necessary rules and regulations that have been set around prompts and trails and other things. And then asking them to write a reflection of that, what they did through AI in the classroom. So that will help, you to also understand if the students are actually gaining in terms of critical thinking. Because when once they start reflecting on things done, they actually thinking about things. So that could be one way of moving forward. Instructors using AI to draft feedback comments followed by personal review and modification. So this is for instructors.
So we mostly for 3 we have should not be permitted. 4 is maybe allowed. Can be allowed.
Hmm. Obviously, if you are reviewing it again, you're getting a feedback and you're reviewing it again, it's very important to know what prompts to provide to any of the AI tool. So as instructors also, we need to be very careful. We'll have to do one thing. Number one is that let the AI tool know that from what angle or on what capacity you're asking that to provide an input. Number one. Number two, you have to provide a clear understanding of what they have to do it. And the third one is give them an example, as in uh, give a text and then ask them, no, this is how I would want you to respond to. Maybe that really helps you in mm, curating the feedback which comes, and then you review it obviously and modify as possible. So it's not unsafe as such, but can be used. Then students using AI as a tutor to understand concepts. We have already talked about it. What do you think? Uh, should we allow the students to do that?
Yeah, yes. You can respond in the chat box, huh? Write the question number and respond. We have yes is mostly for 5. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So which means we can do that. We can let the students do that. I mean, that's all right because it's just like an open library for you, um, wherein you can ask questions and you can get your answers curated. Just that the understanding is that you are doing it for something that you have understood or not understood completely. Then you will be in a better position to critically think about it and reflect on. So yes, it can be safe. Using AI to fully grade assess assignments without any instructor review.
We have lots of no's for 6.
Okay, great. So for things like quiz, where you can easily get it, so it's allowed, but otherwise it's absolutely a no-go area because again, it's just like you're asking a student to write the entire thing through AI. It's just like that. So you cannot. Definitely. And therefore, the answer to the question, as in, should the reviewers review the articles that are provided to them, assigned to them through AI tools? I am absolutely against this because you don't know you will be able to trust AI or not on this. This is something which will never happen, should not happen. Okay, next question. Use students using AI to complete take-home exams or reflective essays. Safe, unsafe?
Says should not be allowed.
Not be allowed, and if you allow it, it could come with lot of clarity, with lot of instructions and a lot of audit trails, followed by a viva voce or oral defense. So that helps if you're allowing that thing to happen, because otherwise you will not get anything which is completely done by the student. The last one is using AI to generate illustrative examples or short cases for classroom discussion. Is this okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I also feel the same. All right, so I think I'll stop here and let's take questions from you. as much as possible I'll be able to, respond to. But I think I've covered most of the things I wanted to. But you can go ahead and ask me questions.
Yeah, participants, you can unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can type your questions in the chat box, please. Uh, if I may ask, so why do you
Yes.
think people do not declare if they're using, especially in
Mm,
your editorial roles? Do you think
mm,
it creates they
mm.
expect people not to view their submissions or
Yes,
ensure that?
you're absolutely there.
Uh,
Um, some of the journals also reject
mm,
those articles. They will not expressly say that we are rejecting because you have used an AI tool, but the reason could be anything else. So they would want you not to use it as much as possible. Therefore, people do not declare. I mean, that's a very clear understanding. I mean, though not uh, written down, but that's how it is.
So all the more reason not to, even if one uses it only for grammar reasons, and as you're saying, English not being a
Yeah.
native language, it works
Mm.
if you run it through a GPT. But then if it straight away gets rejected if you declare, it won't work, right? So what's
It
the way
doesn't
out
work.
there?
I think it doesn't work, and it should not work also. I also believe, if you're actually using AI tools for doing any of your work, I mean, you can generate ideas. I think that's good that you can do. I mean, you can ask what more I can do in each of the sections to improve this. What you can do is maybe upload 5 or 10 documents of the journal that you are targeting, and asking what more can I do with my work, section by section, and then doing it on your own. I mean, that is you get a friend in AI tool. I mean, friend in the sense that that's very well educated and is good. So you have to define the role, that what role you're playing, and then you do it. I mean, that's absolutely all right to do it, but write on your own. I mean, do that kind of thing yourself. That really helps. I think I have some questions. So when we are using AI and declaring the use, how much is ethical? It's ethical. I mean, it's completely ethical. Use AI, and for what purpose you're using, it's ethical, and that's what most of the journals are asking you to do at this present moment. That please declare what you are using. How truthful and fair they are, I mean, it's a question that will take a lot of time for us to answer, but yes, it's ethical. You can do that. I would still say that don't use AI tools so much to maybe just take directions rather than asking it to produce parts of your research manuscript, because you are in a way, letting your work go there in those open sources. Those are the sources that are used to train AI tools. Also, you will see um, that these AI tools use most of the conversations that people have on Reddit and other places.
Mm,
Those are
yeah.
some of the information which goes to train these models. In some humanizer AI where you can rephrase and use it as no, please don't do this. I mean, this is absolutely, I mean, bizarre. Now, first we are human beings, we write it and then we take it to AI for creating the best part, and then we asking again, please humanize it. Uh, no, I'll not actually say that this should be done. So as I said, and I'll reiterate that use AI tools to understand how it should be done, and then do it by yourself and do it yourself, rather than putting your work and then asking it to completely rephrase and paraphrase and so on and so forth. I think
If I
that's
may add
something.
to this,
Yes,
so
please.
one of my colleagues was writing a research grant, right, and turn it in, or I don't know, I think drill bit. It is completely her work. It was flagged as AI. So she's like, my own work, it is being flagged
Mm,
as AI. Now,
mm,
therefore, she put it in humanizer. Like, now we need a machine to humanize a already human generated text because for some
yes.
reason it is being flagged as AI. So
No,
she
you
has a
have to be
good.
completely, I think, clear that I have not used it, right? And I need to be very confident that I have done it and I'm writing well. I can do that. So you
She
say
has a
that,
good hold over language, as you're saying. She
yes,
has good hold over the English language, so they can't make out whether it is AI or this thing.
you
So
can
what to do?
completely say that this is my work and I have not used any AI tool. That's completely fine. And even and nobody can actually tell you that, okay, this is AI usage, because it's not
It
100%. Nobody is
see again,
100%
it's
on
a
that.
grant proposal. If they feed it to this thing, it will automatically gets flagged, right? What do you
So
do in
they will
such
not do
cases?
it. They ask you to declare.
Yeah, yeah.
They ask you to
Because
declare the percentage, and I think most of them will go by the confidence of the person. So it's important, but yeah,
But
writing
I
it
think,
again can help. Yes. Yes,
ma'am
yeah,
ma'am,
was
you were
yeah.
saying something. Yes, please.
yeah, Vibhash, it was really a very interesting session. In fact, what is coming to my mind is somewhere it is really very scary, like, see now, look at our lifestyle. Everywhere the dependency is already increasing. Like a simple example where we used to go to vegetable market to buy the things. Now this Swiggy, Zomato, and all those things has come out, and then we want everything,
Mm,
without doing any effort. So where the physical things are getting almost like a kind of a nil, now it is coming to the mental,
correct, correct. Very
you
true.
know.
Very
So
true.
in that case, mental dependency is really very scary, is what I feel, because every
Mm,
human being has their own identity and individuality. Okay, now everything. If I want to say something again, I am asking Google only to, like, okay, now this is what I have to do. Like small
mm,
things, the dependency is increasing like anything. Now, tomorrow,
right.
when we identify, yeah, this is going to be very scary and dangerous and all that, so maybe, yeah, at global level, if they say now AI should be completely banned after maybe 5 years or 10 years down the line, so that means the entire generation must have been completely engaged, or completely adopted that kind of a technology, and suddenly they feel
Yes,
handicapped.
they will
Like
feel handicapped. 100%.
so
Yes.
that is the one thing which is, I feel like, even though we say that we have to be very sensitive enough to, control ourselves and all that, I don't think as a human being it is possible, because the things
Mm.
are, you're getting it so easily, it is available. And then that is again, it's very difficult. If I say like,
Think
okay,
for a day if
matured.
the internet does not work
Yeah, it doesn't
and
work,
you have to
like even
work.
though if I'm very matured enough, and
Yeah.
then no, only for this section I will use it, and then the moment I start using it, then again, as a human being, no, this is
Yes.
really, it's so easy available, why should I even make an effort to do that? So
Absolutely. This is
conscious
happening with
effort
people.
of using AI is going, may not work, I feel, because end of the day, human being is a human being, I say. So, but
I
I
agree.
think, yeah,
I
somewhere
agree.
down the line, conventional method was good, but again, conscious is like, again, it's a, but my stringent, like my worries, like after 10 years down or 20 years down the line, when everybody started using it for all different, not only for even research or teaching, but even for a normal test for Facebook or LinkedIn or anything, for simple post also, they are
Mm.
not at all using their that individuality
Correct.
is, really, it has gone
The
now.
competency is taking a beat here. The
Yeah, so
the
that
the
means
written
physical,
competency. Yes.
yeah, so physical dependency and mental dependency, now we are now thinking when we are talking about AI, is going to be dangerous, is what my individual opinion.
And therefore some, safeguards needs to be there. We
Yeah.
cannot tell our students that don't use it. Otherwise they'll use it more.
Yeah.
So I
No,
think,
and these things, the
yeah.
technology related, we don't need to teach now for the youngsters. In fact, we are learning from them, so
No,
we
I'll tell
cannot
you what
stop
we
them.
should do. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
what we should do. We should
yeah,
just tell them how to use it. I mean, they use
yeah.
it. They know how to use it.
Yeah,
When to
yeah.
stop, when to not use it, or when to use it, and which way to use it, and what kind of declarations, what kind of prompts. All these things are important, because otherwise it's like there is no limitation to it. Then
Correct,
it just
correct,
goes
correct.
on. You are
Yeah.
perfectly right when you say that they know it better, but we'll have to tell them what is better. I mean, to where to put a full stop. Otherwise, there is no critical thinking left. I mean, I can just be that blunt. Yeah. Thank you. I think any other question, anybody?
Aparna, are you unmuted? So are you would you be asking a question? I'm not sure. Any other questions? You can please write in the chat box or unmute yourself. No, she doesn't want to. Yeah, I don't think there are any more questions. So, yeah, I think we all have to introspect a lot and think what
Yes,
to do, how to do.
absolutely. A
That
lot of
is,
introspection is required, and nobody is going to give you a rule set here.
yeah.
That's how it is.
So
Okay.
I just want to ask one question. Vibhash,
Yes.
if at all everybody is so good in using AI and all that, so do you require a guide in that case?
Good question. I'll tell you what Elon Musk said to this. And he said 5 to 10 years down the line, um, people will not be required to work. I mean, that bad. And it will be optional to, work or not work. So you can yourself, frame an answer to this that do we need a guide? But I'll tell you, this is not going to be like that. My, take here is that the routine repetitive kind of work will definitely be easily done through AI, but I would still believe, and I have this hunch that uh, those things which require human cognitive abilities, they will thrive. People who would use their own cognition with the help of AI, they'll also thrive. And non-routine or non-repetitive, those problems that have never been seen or heard, AI tools will not be able to, might not be able to, handle those well. So I think there will be flourishing of those kind of jobs or work which require a lot of human cognition, which are non-repetitive, non-programmed. I think this is what, as of now, we can understand, but I don't know how it progresses. As I said, it's just proprietary softwares are just great, and you will see a lot of depth in it. But I still find a lot of issues in what I use in the AI tools. I find that they are not up to that mark. Sometimes I feel that I should have not even asked this question and should have done my own thing first. So yeah, there's a mixed feeling as of now, and these are all user experiences. So let's see. Future looks very different. Let's see what happens here. Thank
So,
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. This was a very wonderful session. We go home with a lot of questions. All your questions individually can provide food for thought, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me. Thank you. Bye.